Hey there, health coach. So today I want to talk a little bit about pro bono coaching, the downsides of working with free clients, and I want to share with you some tips on what to do instead to build your confidence as a health coach. Okay, so imagine this scenario. You're nearly done or completed your health coach training program, and you want to get some more practice to build your confidence before you officially launch and start charging for your coaching services. So you reach out to your friends and family to see if anyone's interested in some free coaching sessions. And your cousin Susan messages you back to say yes, she'd love some free coaching. Awesome. You have your first pro bono client. So you offer Susan 6 free 45-minute coaching sessions in exchange for a testimonial and some feedback on your coaching. So of course you're a little nervous, but you know that you have to do this to practice your coaching skills and build up your confidence before you get those real paying clients. So you book your first session with Susan on Tuesday at 10 a.m. and you start prepping for that session. Well, at 9 a.m. on Tuesday morning, you get a message from Susan that something has come up and she can't make it, but she does want to reschedule. So you rebook for the following Tuesday, which Susan does show up for. So because you were family and you have a history together, you do spend some time catching up and chit-chatting with Susan. She shares a bit about her health challenges, but you get a little bit overwhelmed about how you're supposed to help her. But you do want to sound intelligent, like you know what you're talking about, so you launch into a bunch of recommendations and things that she should do. Then time's run out, so you wrap up and you schedule her next session for 2 weeks' time. So after the call, you feel a little bit deflated. You never really got to actually coach Susan or use any of your coaching skills. And you did what you're not supposed to do, which is to give recommendations. So of course you start to doubt yourself. You feel like a bit of a fraud, like you really don't know what you're doing. Those negative thoughts start to creep in. What am I doing? That wasn't coaching. Susan probably felt like that was a total waste of time. She likely won't even come back next time. So does any of this sound familiar? Well, I shared this scenario today to provide you with some insight into what I hear happens pretty often with free practice clients. And those top downsides are free clients have no skin in the game. They aren't invested in the process because they haven't paid for it. So it can feel like it isn't really valued or deemed to have worth. Also, a lot of times those first free clients are friends or family. And instead of really needing coaching, it feels like they're doing you more of a favor and helping you out versus really needing your support. So they don't really commit to the process or take it seriously. And so what happens as a result is that these clients don't show up, they keep rescheduling, they don't actually do the work in between the sessions, and therefore they don't make progress on their goals. And also with friends and family members, it's really hard to show up as a professional health coach. The sessions feel more like chatting and catching up rather than actually coaching. So you don't really get to hone and practice your skills. So at the end of the day, how is all of this going to make you feel? Definitely not confident. You're likely going to feel even worse about your skills and abilities, and your confidence might actually decrease rather than improving. So you might actually be worse off than when you started coaching this free client. You're going to be doubting yourself even more. Another downside of working with multiple free clients over time is that you'll likely then find it harder to start charging at some point because you just keep giving it away for free. You're going to doubt yourself and your abilities, and you don't feel like they're worth charging for. Now, having said all of that, I have heard the random pro bono client experience that has been beneficial. So it doesn't mean that it can never happen. I just don't think it's the norm. So what should you do instead of pro bono, and free clients? Well, I've got 4 top tips for you today. Number 1, take advantage of all the opportunities to practice during your health coach training. As a coaching circle coach with the Institute for Integrative Nutrition, I see students reluctant to practice their skills during demo opportunities. It's like pulling teeth to get students to volunteer to coach one another. They also don't get buddy coaches to partner up with to practice. These are really valuable missed opportunities to build your skills and your confidence. Number 2, instead of pro bono and free clients, I encourage that as new coaches, you start with a lower fee so that there's some investment and some skin in the game from the coachee. This will improve the engagement of your initial clients. So charge a new grad rate or student rate if you're still in training. Number 3, if you do decide to not charge, then by all means, you have to have a coaching agreement in place that outlines roles, responsibilities, so both you and the client understand what you're committing to. You need to include all of the details of the coaching arrangement, just like you would if it was a paying client. And then make sure to include that in exchange for the free coaching, the client's going to provide you with a testimonial and feedback. There has to be some sort of energetic exchange for the relationship to work. And then my 4th and final tip is to get a mentor who can listen into your coaching and provide you with feedback to help improve your skills and build those skills. One of the most transformative experiences for me in my coaching was when I worked with a mentor for my ICF accreditation. He pointed out my blind spots, gave me invaluable tips, and completely transformed the way that I coached. With his insight and suggestions, my coaching went to a whole new level. So to that end, if you are looking for opportunities to practice your skills in a really supportive, constructive environment, my Health Coaching Essentials course and Skills Lab is coming up in October and November of 2023, this fall. So during the course, you'll get to practice your skills each week. In total, you'll get around 14 hours of total practice time over 9 weeks. So the waitlist is open for the course and registration will open up in late September. I'll put the link in the description so that you can get on the waitlist because there are only 12 spots. So you do want to get on the waitlist to be among the first to hear when registration opens up in September. I guarantee that after 9 weeks, you are going to feel confident in your skills and abilities as a health coach and ready to take on clients. Let me know if you have any questions at all in the comments. I'm always happy to answer them. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Bye for now.